We all love Pokemon, right? No? No, we don't. That's a terrible lie. A couple of people don't. But you're missing out. But when we play Pokemon, we kind of form a kind of bond with them. Even though they're, you know, pixels, but pixels have feelings too. But today, I'm here to share with you my top 5 of Gen 3. I can math. That's like 8. It's like 8 or something you're getting right now. Why Gen 3, you ask? You didn't ask, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Because I have the strongest bond with Gen 3, and I think that's the most important thing to display out to the world. Like a trophy stand, a glass case around it. You don't want anybody touching that shit, but you want to show it all proud and be the greatest dang painter you ever did, Mona Lisa. Where am I?
Water isn't exactly, I guess you could say, my type. There's not too many that really appealed to me. But there was always this one water type that boggled my mind a bit. And that was my Milotic. It's weird. I usually go for the generic tough guy Pokemon with the intimidating eyes. But this one appealed to me somehow. Oh, Milotic, where would I be without you? I'd be in my mansion with my yachts, and there would be diamond encrusted, and I would be beating it. Alright, so what you needed to do in order to catch this thing was you needed to evolve a Feebas. Okay. So you had to go on giant-ass Route 119, use the Super Rod, and say this with me. On one of the 6 tiles on the entire route. I mean, you say it with me. How did they expect anyone to catch this thing? It took so much of my time looking for it when I could have been talking to people, but I was like, nah, I'm too busy being patient. I eventually found one, all by myself though. And if I do recall, it may have been one of the most satisfying feelings I got out of that game. It's not really from any battles I remember Milotic. It was from how hard it was to get that I truly appreciate this Pokemon. I don't like Sceptile. I mean, he's growing corn on his back for Pete's sake. And all that cake is like really going to his thighs. So I prefer to say I like Trico. My first RPG game was Pokemon Sapphire version, and I chose Trico as my first starter Pokemon. I had no idea what this thing was going to turn into beforehand, so it was like I was voting for the least likely to suck award. Now, like most children my age, I was a bumbling idiot with the attention span of a gnat. So in every single battle, I had Trico and its evolutions out in front. Can't beat this guy? Try another Pokemon? Nah, they're too weak from atrophy and misuse. Just gonna keep using Trico. It'll be fine. We've played everything, yay. With this mindset, you can imagine my frustration when it came from type disadvantages. And from the gym leaders. Especially Winona. You hear that, Altaria, you piece of sh**! I only chose this starter solely because I like Trico, though. And that's why I prefer to think of it more on an individual level than with its evolutions. Hey, you know what's cool? Dogs. You know what else is cool? Lightning. Then one day someone pulled out the duct tape and combined the two and we got this. Then Game Freak made one that didn't suck and we got Manectric. You needed an electric type? Well, this was your guy. I mean, I had options in the games like Electrode or Magneton, but why go for the screwy ones when I can get a dog that has a head for a lightning rod? There is none. There is no... Besides, I grew up with dogs throughout my life, so they kind of mean a lot to me.
Why do you smell like butt?
It kind of sucks that the 3rd generation attack and special attack molasses kind of held it back from its full potential. But hey, that never stopped me before. I still love him. Also, he looks like he could go really fast, and that's pretty freaking cool. Oh boy. What do I say about this one? I don't know. Best words I could think of to describe it is big-ass metal dinosaur thing. Yeah, that's perfect. Can I say more? Yes? More. There, I said it. We good? Aggron is like the dragon I always wanted, and still didn't get. He has this friendly belly of Dragonite, yet still manages this tyrannical look of Tyranitar. Poetry. Despite being the almighty Mechagodzilla, he still has his shortcomings. Steel? That's a pretty good type. Rock? Still pretty good. Steel and rock? I think you'd have a better chance of surviving Niagara Falls. That being said, okay. I almost never really disown a Pokemon because of its stats. Unless, you know, they die every single time I send them out. I still use them a lot when I play this generation. There's just this gratifying feeling to me about raising a little Aron from Dewford into this Goliath. Not to mention, seeing as I didn't really like water Pokemon, I found out this guy could use Surf. So that helped, I guess. Still, waiting to fly on Scyther though, guys. Just, gonna throw that out there. Why do you taunt my dreams? Oh. It's Blaziken! Yeah! No one saw that coming, except from every single place, ever. I usually started off the games with Torchic because, well, let's look at our other options. You had a turtle with a sinus infection, a camel with a mound of turds on its back, you don't even get access to this one until the end of the world, a snail that, well, I just downright don't like this thing, or the last option of a giant steroid-induced chicken nugget with flaming fists and feet. So yeah, I think it's justified. So I've spent the most time with him, and I've grown a bit attached to the thing, I suppose. I mean, I don't even know how you go from one of those little chick things you get for Easter to the growth spurt of the millennium. But one of the main things that I really remember from Blaziken is this exclusive move once you got it called Blaze Kick. Always had this sense of power behind it. I know it wasn't the strongest move, but it's one of those things that you hold dear to yourself. And that's why I believe he's #1 on the list.
So that's my top 5 of Gen 3. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you didn't, then here's your refund card. Use that at participating retailers, which is nowhere. You done effed up, son! Now, if you excuse me, I have to go change my cookies. Right now, they're the wrong flavor. They're the wrong flavor, so bye.